Hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again, going to be doing another session gameplay series here on the Busy Gamer Dad channel, where we take a look at a game over the course of 20 to 30 minutes, see if it's something that suits your fancy, seeing if it's something you completely forgot existed, something you knew about but were waiting to come on sale, or wanted to get a little bit more information on it, and a little bit more gameplay, and I am hopeful that I can provide that. So, we'd like to start off our episodes here with a bit of a dad joke, and then we'll get into the gameplay. What did one hat say to the other? Wait here, I'll go on ahead. Alright, there we go. This week we're taking a look at Gatekeeper Infinity. It's free at the time of this recording, or at least a demo of the game is free. I'm sure you can buy the game or throw some money at them, because the game's a lot of fun. This game has itself built out or listed out, and a lot of it is inspired by Risk of Rain. And Risk of Rain 2, I can see that in the design aesthetic, the characters, and the music, and the progression system in here. It is a top-down rogue-lite type of game where you have a run. It lasts about, right now actually, I'm going to bring you into a run that's lasting about 30-40 minutes on this. And I'm actually quite proud of it because I have a pretty good build going. I'm not entirely sure what's going to end up happening, but, you know, we'll just see if we can't muck it up. But the progression system is pretty good. You get bits that you pick up, and you use those in shrines. You buy various artifacts that augment your build or your playstyle. All the while, you're also getting level ups automatically from killing enemies. There are a pretty good amount of enemies and enemy density. Right now, we're in kind of like the second biome, is what I will call it, or the second level. I did defeat the first boss. He was pretty challenging. Again, very Risk of Rain inspired. So I wanted to show you guys my build. I have kind of just the default characters. I've only been playing this for this is my second run actually, and I didn't want to go too far in advance or too far ahead. The character I'm building seems to be an AoE specialist, is what I will call them. Their abilities on my triggers, you'll see I can throw out a shuriken right there, and that bounces between enemies, does a fair amount of damage and bounces, and then I do an AoE fireball that ignites the enemies. Now, through various upgrades and things like that, I have created a situation where if the enemies are ignited, they take bonus damage, and you want that. Now, the big thing about this game that I've seen it take a step apart from others is when you level up, you do not get a pause. This is not paused. Enemies can still strike me. Projectiles are still coming in. You need to be very careful. Let's fully upgrade our discs, because I'm actually leaning on that pretty heavily. Yeah, so there are telegraphed attacks that are big AoE attacks from enemies. There are also not telegraphed attacks. You'll see from various enemies, like their melee strikes aren't telegraphed. Some of them are AoEs, some of them are not. You get very good indicators on the ground for where an enemy is going to strike or what their attack is going to be. You need to be careful about that though, because there are some enemies like that guy over there. He's actually kind of my favorite guy because he's super easy and he's stationary, but you only get a short window to dodge his attack. And in the throngs of fights, you do not have the ability to quickly move. He does have a melee attack. Here, I'll show you it. I think he'll do it. There it goes. So you can't. So the enemies do actually have a variety of attacks as well. These are the shrines for upgrades, and a la Risk of Rain style, you can kind of pick the upgrade depending on what you see here. The build I'm going for right now, you do take hits no matter how hard you try, but the build I'm going for now is kind of like this crit build, is what I'll say. Like, my crits heal me, and the more you stack the artifact, the better off the crit effect is, or the heal effect is. So that's kind of it in a nutshell for just the general mechanics. It's very simple, very easy to jump into, and like I said, this run has been going for a while now. Each level has its own, we'll say, canned mechanic. Right now I'm looking around for a charge totem, and I see it over there in the left with the purple node on the side of the screen that we're going to run to right now. And there's my buddy. Hey buddy. There, depending on the level, so I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there are certain levels that are, we'll say, more challenging depending on the enemy density than others. If you are not a specific character, they might be more challenging than others, or if you don't have specific artifacts that you have access to at the moment, then certain things might be harder for you. Right now I'm trying to clear the way. There, okay, cool. Now, so this right here, at the beginning of each turn, restores 20 health of the player's maximum health. So these shrines, I don't know what they are. They might be part of the lore of the game. the lore of the game is you're a keeper of time, and basically someone's attacking your realm, and you're trying to find out why. So right now I'm activating this totem here, and this is your standard defend the node kind of thing, but it does get pretty intense, and at 70% you'll see that it'll get crazy more intense. I don't have any, we'll say, specials or ultimates that I've seen, apart from launching giant fireballs at people and shooting laser beams infinitely out of my hands. I mean, that's pretty epic if you ask me. But you can get it pretty crazy. Let's see here. Do I want health regeneration? I want ability cooldown. You can dash through enemies. You do have a dash. Oh, I gotta stay in the ring. The dash is integral. You will. There is no way around it. You will be taking hits. There's just nothing you can do about it. But like I said, my character is currently set up to do like AoE damage on death and AoE damage to groups. So the more I kill in a shorter amount of time, the more my abilities proc, my passives essentially. And so that's why I was letting them group up. But you know, it's also kind of really hard for this character to single focus fire a specific monster down or specific boss down. You have to have, or at least the way that I have this build currently working, I have to have an enemy to bounce my abilities off of for it to really take and do a lot of damage. So at the end there you saw I got a little bit hectic. The circle turned red, and what that basically meant was that there was 30% damage increase essentially for everyone. Let's do some more movement or ability cooldown, because if I get my abilities on cooldown a lot more, then I'll at least be able to use my fireball ability more often. So just from there, so the Corium is where we ultimately need to go. I don't know if there's a penalty for staying on a level too long, but I'm gonna run around right now. You'll see that we'll have certain upgrades in certain shrines. The pushback isn't really that useful for me. It might be useful depending on other artifacts that I might not have seen yet, but we'll just go through it. The stun grenade I have not seen yet. Does not work on Sirens. The stun would be good to hold enemies in place. Why don't we try that out? Let's see what that happens. You can see a la Risk of Rain style. The you got to see all the artifacts at the top, and then if you press the start button, you can also see the makeup of what you've got going on. I am going to get a little bit more health because, like I said, you will take hits in this game. It's just going to happen. So the hits, you want to make sure you can absorb or at least dodge. So before I leave here, I'll show you guys the items. The items right here, they're all listed out for what you have. I don't know what amulets are. I don't know what structure changes are. I did get one Rune of Creation, which is kind of like a super artifact is what I'll call it. And then you have your curse signatures and things like that. Yeah, so we'll get ourselves going into the next level. This has been fun to play as just like a top-down Risk of Rain style. I like these kind of games. You know, I like the feel of them. Hades or Enter the Gungeon or any of the other ones. Not Slay the Spire. Wow, Vampire Survivor, all that stuff. And I like these kind of games. So this one here is activate the Cell of the Ancient. So we got to get all the way over here. Run. Thankfully they did a run command. This is where a boss will be. So we got another Obelisk of Creation. I can double stack what I have. I can protect from one lethal blow. Let's try this one. Let's see what happens with that one. The top one where we have our abilities coming out. All right, so where I go? Running around looking for the node. That's the one thing that I'm glad they have the nodes on the map for telling you where to go. And also I'm glad they have the run command on the map telling you where to go. So we got to make it over to this guy right here. Okay, once we activate this, there's going to be some pillars that come up, monoliths, and we have to fight enemies and they'll drop keys. I like the wave. That wave is pretty nice. Just directional attacks is really helpful for just focusing on a certain area. That's really nice. But so the monoliths, this is one of the standard ones that I've seen. I haven't seen anything too crazy with it. I got to find keys from enemies, and I've got to put the keys inside the nodes. This right here is one of the keys. That's another key. So there's 3 in total. So we just got to run around and basically unlock things. The enemy density, like I said, is pretty good, and it gets pretty crazy, especially in boss levels. I did almost die the last boss level just because of me being overzealous. We still got to find our next key. So let's hopefully... Oh, there it is right there. Cool. So there aren't too many hazardous terrains that you got to navigate in this. It's all pretty straightforward on top of your screen. Now, when I do this, it should spawn a boss. I believe that's what's going to end up happening. Yep, there he is on my map. I don't know what to expect from this one. Oh, I don't want to stand there. Tara. Oh, this is like a sentient... Oh, what are you? You look really cool. Oh, oh no. Oh no, you're a dog that throws balls back at me. I don't like this. No, no, thank you. Oh, I don't want to dodge. Or I don't want to take that hit, so I will dodge. I'm going to throw that out. And you're throwing landmines. So Tara is basically a mortar person. Gotcha. I'm going to drop a bomb right there. And then I'm going to level up. Let's do damage because I need to get probably through this pretty quick. Oh, they closed off the area. Cool. Didn't know they would do that. All right, so let's keep on focusing on that while we have enemies around. So thankfully the boss... Oh, you can hit those. Good. I will hit those because I don't want to get hit by those. Drop that. Drop that. Hit for a few damages here and there. The one thing that I will say is a constructive criticism for this character in particular... I have not tried the other character that's available out of the gate, but the one challenge I've had with this character is hitbox. This is such a it's like surgical scalpel for this character. Oop. And if you are not hitting the shots perfectly, it seems like you are just reducing your damage quite a bit. Let's do the projectile node, and then. It's not to say that the hitboxes on the enemies are hard to see, but there are some small enemies that are really challenging to hit with this character's main attack. So you have to keep in mind for that if you're going for a specific build like that. Okay, so I'm drawing out the melee attack, which is good because it's keeping this character stationary, not dropping the bombs all over the place. Oh, that's good. We got him. Nice. Is there any death thralls? Any explosions? No? Cool. Alright, so let's see what we can do about leaving, because I don't want to be here anymore. Nice. Okay, so that worked out really well, whatever that chain of events was. Thorium or... Oh, do I have a choice? Is there a choice for me? Let's do damage. And... I don't know if I want to leave yet. I don't think I should. I can't really get anything anyway, so I guess maybe I should. This is the first time I've had divergent paths. So I'm going to take the divergent path, and we'll see if this is a horrible... Oh, ends this run. Oh. Yeah, sure. Let's end this run and see what happens. So... That way we can start over. So you can see a run lasts about 45 minutes or so, and that's with me pausing in my horrible gameplay. I wonder if there's a continuation of going on forever kind of thing like that. So pretty good. Stages cleared 10. Damage dealt. Okay, cool. Nice. Let's continue, and I'll show you guys the loading screen and everything like that. You can augment your gameplay, and you can play with friends. So you can invite several friends for up to 4, and it looks like we did open up another character. Hybrid is what I was playing. Needham, or Nidum, yeah, we'll say Nidum, and then Pandora. So I have not tried Nidum yet, so let's give Nidum a try and see what we can get into with them. So like I was saying though, the hybrid, their main attack seems very precise, and that's fine and good if that's what they're going for, but it was very challenging. This seems like a melee character. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's an AoE with a little bit. There's our dash. Our dash looks awesome. That's so badass. We definitely need more attack speed, though. Yeah, we definitely need some attack speed. Going from that run to this is very different. Okay, so those are bombs. Those guys are here. So this is the first biomes. These enemies are pretty standard for what you see. You just got to dodge the melee attacks. And everything, like I said, it seems pretty predicted and easy to dodge. It's very generous with everything going on. Do I have attack speed? I do. I'm going to take that. But this is definitely a lot of fun. What are you? die? Okay, cool. Nice. And then I'll drop that. And then... Oh, they home! That's actually pretty awesome. Alright, so let's get ourselves over here. Oh, so this is another objective you see in the corner where it's just quite literally kill the number of enemies that you have in this biome, in this space. Movement speed. I'm thinking that movement speed is going to be probably helpful because we're not going to be very swift on our feet, being that we need to get in melee range. Alright, cool. Get them. So I could see how crazy and chaotic this game could get with friends. Alright, let's get ourselves an upgrade. Let's see here. Flash for stun, health, push back enemies. I think the stun might be helpful, but I'm going to go with max health first because I just have a feeling that I'm going to take some hits because I can't move out of the way. And then let's do movement speed. Yep, see, like I said, I just took a bunch of hits and did not expect to, or did not want to anyways. Now, it looks like I'm generating a passive. I'm not certain what that is. Is that just like the combos that I'm getting right now? Seems like it's the combos right now, which is good. I mean, I don't mind that at all. Movement speed, health. Let's do health, base health. That way I can take a couple of hits if I need to. All right, so I've got 8 currency cuboids. Well, I call them cuboids. I don't think they're cuboids. There's usually, at least as you get into the later levels, you'll see there was a couple of shrines that I just left behind simply because I could not and did not have the resources. I encourage you to make sure you're using all your resources before you leave an area. And it does take a little bit of finding where the nodes are, where those shrines are, altars are. And yeah, there's one all the way in the back. So that's good. I'm glad they included a run for this game. Crit steal damage. Yes, this is what I want. Right here. That one. Okay, cool. Now let's get ourselves out of here. Health and damage is, I think, what this character is going to need early on. Maybe throughout the entire run. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, cool. Off we go. And then we should have a shrine pretty nearby when we log into the next realm. Anything? No? Okay, cool. Another charge totem. This will be interesting with this character. I don't know if this pushback might be good for this character to get things out of my business. That might really help out overall. Okay. So if I use that... Oh, these guys were a real pain in the butt. But it looks like I just handled them pretty easily. Oh, they do have a melee attack. Okay, so I want to get this shrine is really what I want to get. Oh. Okay. Bonus elemental damage. I am setting things on fire, but I'm going to go with this guy right here first. I'm going to stack that. Health and damage. And then I'm trying to find our... Alright, let's get our level. Third strike deals more damage. Increased radius. Restores max health for an affected enemy for the cleave. Let's do that. Because I have a feeling we're going to need that. So this is a melee that attacks people. Let's try the pushback. Let's see if that helps our build. Yeah, some of these archways, if you saw there, I had to dodge to see where the heck I was trying to swing at, or what I was trying to swing at. Lock that guy behind there. Okay, cool. Let's activate our totem here. I think my melee actually does a bit of damage, or my dash does a bit of damage, which is good. That's actually really good that it would do that. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that I can't get in there. Watch the pulsing pillars of light and death from the sky. Have have to watch out for the, what is it called? Skynet in Terminator. I'm not certain, and maybe if you guys play this game, you can let me know if there is friendly fire for the enemies, and if there, by extension, friendly fire for our friends if we do play with other people. Because I see the enemies taking damage, and I'm not certain if it's from me doing something that I'm not certain I'm doing, or if it's from enemies blowing up near them. Because I've seen it both ways. Let's do attack speed. I want to get my melee speed up a little bit more. Cool. Alright, so there's that, and more attack speed, sure. I want to try and also get cooldown, because it seems like our cooldown is quite big on our abilities. Oh no, don't get hit by the pillar of light. Yeah, there's another melee attack. Do this. There. Okay, so we took a bit of a hit right there. Good, got him. Okay, nice. Cool. Alright, so let's do base damage. Let's do this one. HP. Come on. There we are. Yeah, and I also don't know what the from primary projectiles, crit damage. Let's do the heal from crits. Start building that up, because that was really helpful in my other runs. And yeah, let's do the kettlebell, because again, it's only one, so I might as well keep on stacking that and see if I can just yeet somebody off a cliff. That would be really helpful. Doesn't look like, where's our guy? Where's our thing to go? Oh, down at the bottom. Okay, cool. Sitting behind the toolbar. By our hotbar. All right, cool. Off we go to the next level. So yeah, this is Gatekeeper Infinite. I am liking this game. It's free right now. I'll have the link for you guys in the YouTube description should you want to pick it up. I'm going to call this episode here and pick it up next episode for our session gameplay series. Here we take a look at a game over the course of 3 episodes for 20-30 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and we'll catch you in the next one where we continue this run.